Not since beer flu have I had the distinction of being the only one here. Just me and the ghost, I guess. I think I'm the only one here. Wow. I have the whole place to myself. Cool. I like the fireplace and all the monitors. It's cozy. There's supposed to be something about food in the break room, but I don't think that's here yet. I think it comes in later, maybe after my shift. Woo-hoo. But I'll survive. All right, let's get back on the road. It was kind of cool. Last minute. I don't understand. I'm here on a snake bite. How do we get a snake bite? I don't know. It's crazy. And we're going to go in and get some soup and maybe ask a question or two. And also, the fire department and the police department are having a little fight on the scanner. That is correct. So, it's turning into an interesting night. Oh, there goes our ambulance. It's not snake weather, it's 40 degrees outside. So I believe the answer is that it's apparently a mental health issue, that a person claimed to have been bitten by a snake and was given the benefit of the doubt in an ambulance ride to, I assume, a warm room somewhere. And it's a shame. Sometimes you hear things overnight that sound funny, and I guess they are, but in all reality, it's kind of tragic. So I'm going to go check out a stabbing. There's a call for a shooting. I think that was a vagrant-related thing. Now I'm going to go for a stabbing. Let's hope that there's not been any real violence tonight. I'd still like to have a silent night. Well, let me tell you, my silent night could not make it through the whole night. And of course, had to wait till the end of my shift, so 17th Street Manchester Bridge. Big fire. It's taken the fire department quite a while to get it under control. A lot of debris underneath there. And, considering that homeless, houseless vagrants like to keep warm under the abutments of bridges by starting fires, and sometimes those fires get out of control. I would assume this is the case here, but you know what they say about assuming. However, these fires don't start themselves. I mean, I guess maybe a car, somebody throwing a lit cigarette out of a car, and
into some debris, but as you can see, it's raining, and so I would assume it was probably somebody trying to keep warm under the bridge. Again, more of that tragedy. Other than this, it's been a slow night, so just a lot of little crazy things that aren't really newsworthy, but have to do with people being out on the streets and not necessarily being of the sanest mindset. Anyway, I'm gonna bring my stuff back and probably go home. I'm at the scene of what has come across as a cutting. I don't think this is much of anything, but I've shot my backup video just in case. Probably, I don't know. It's just a shame.
Rescue one's in.
The police are still here, but there's no crime scene tape or anything. They took a car away by a tow truck, probably part of the investigation. There is sleet or snow or whatever. I think this is sleet coming down. Looks pretty dramatic in this telephoto shot. Wow. You can sort of see it on the hood, but you can definitely see it here in the black part. The windshield coming down. So I'm on VO patrol this morning, and let's see what. Let's patrol through downtown Independence. We haven't visited Independence this season. Oh, can't go that way. And it's Three Trails Brewing Company. Courthouse is lit up okay. Some of the stores are okay. Little neat little window displays. Nothing like a grand unified lighting scheme. It's awe-inspiring. Wild about Harry. Clinton's is the soda shop that Harry Truman worked at when he was young. That's downtown Independence. Yep, you guessed it. Back here live. I guess maybe this is the busiest travel day. I don't know what's true anymore. Let's just say it's a busy travel season. I've been feeling kind of like gray, blah, I need to go out. So I have the opportunity now. I'm gonna have some coffee because I have the opposite problem now of what I used to have, and so I need to drink something that will act as a diuretic, if you know what I mean. So I'm here at this coffee house, Renegade. It was on my way home. So, woo-hoo. So let's get some coffee.
Well, could you have made it up in your head?
Admire the art.
She was thinking in her mind that night because she really had, well, she felt left out that night with some people, and she like.
Just getting done with my shift, and I had a live stream, and record numbers of people watched it. Like, it says 290 views on one of them. I don't know if that's to be believed. Normally on Friday I go and eat at one of my favorite places to eat, but lately I've been taking these prescribed diet pills, and they really work. I can't eat anything. I can't even force it down, and eating my quick trip foods overnight, and I can't even choke those down. So I don't know. Kind of miss eating, actually. You try and get some coffee. Hey, how you doing? It's the end of the year. It's that time of year. Usually like to go out and do things, but this year it's been kind of the weather's been crummy up until today, and we've been recovering from that stomach flu we had earlier and other kinds of viruses that are going around this time of year. So yeah, this is like the first day I've actually kind of gone out other than work. I'm going to go return that thing I got from Micro Center. I'm going to hope to return it. I don't know if I can. And, of course, I'm taking the dongies somewhere. Dongies need to go out. Right, Dongs? Train. Woo! And to get started, I've been sleeping all day, like I say, I've been recovering. The missus has been doing spring cleaning. We've got a party. We've been volunteered for a party, but I don't mind. It's, kind of getting back into that swing of things for tomorrow. And so I'm gonna go have some coffee. I've been taking this diet pill, prescribed diet pill, and it really, really works. But I think one of the side effects is you can't do number 2. So it's safe to drink coffee because I need to do number 2, as long as it doesn't decide to come all at once and suddenly. So where are we, Dongs? Where are we? Where are we at, Dongies? I hear Stella's kind of stirring back there. Where are we? Oh, I can't see. Sun. There's no cars coming. Where are we? What's that, Stella? What is it? What do you see? Oh no! Well, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. Come on, Dongs, come on. Hey, come on. The weather is cool, but pretty. Right, Dongs? Let's go see about a third space and a hot cup. Maybe? Are they open? Coffee. And doggies. What could be better? Up-ups? Yeah. Thank God for coffee, if you know what I mean. Come here, come here, come here. All right, come on. Traveling around Columbus Park this time of day. Beautiful. There's our favorite Vietnamese restaurant right there. Look at this sunset. Quite nice. I'm gonna go into what's the name of it? The River Market. Now, I know this nomenclature does not apply to everyone but me, but the city or the marketing gurus refer to River Market as what I call the farmer's market. But to me, all of this area is the River Market. This is Columbus Park. Once we cross under the bridge, we'll be in, what would you call it? I don't know what I'd call this part. River Market, I guess. And then, I started referring to the dog park here as the Jefferson Highway Dog Park because I think that sounds better and has much more cultural heritage reference than Cold Storage Dog Park, which kind of, to me, doesn't sound great. It sounds like you're putting your dogs in cold storage. And all this area here is River Market. And then I'm trying to get to my point here. Right over here is Farmer's Market. And traditionally, that's what it was. It was always the farmer's market. Now, I know it's not much of a farmer's market now, but there still are people who come in, bring products in that they've grown from their farms. So technically, yeah. But this was the area that farmers, a lot of them from up north, would bring their goods to here, and they'd bring them across on a ferry before there were bridges. The ferry at Harlem, and there was a highway up north, a toll road, and people called it the fruit and vegetable route. Here we are, farmer's market. We're at something of a standoff here because the streetcar is coming. All right, I'll go. Nobody else will. Streetcars follow the same rules as everybody else. Don't run over people. And then an area that's very interesting, has an interesting history to Kansas City. Once we cross past the farmer's market, we're now in the River Key. It's spelled Q-U-A-Y, but it's pronounced Key, and a key is like a wharf area or an area where it's close to a shoreline. And this was called River Key because this was the foot of where the city actually began. And it began up there on the Missouri River when the merchants of Westport decided to bring goods and everything via ferry boat, or not ferry boat, from the steamboat straight to Westport via the town of Kansas. That's how and why Kansas City was founded, so that they can shorten the route that people would take to get to the Santa Fe, California, Oregon Trail, which passed through here. And the River Key is like the oldest part of Kansas City and a very historic and interesting area. Also, it's known for a very negative part of Kansas City history when a mafia war was started here. And it was all started over parking, of all things. But it was more complicated than that. It was started because the places where the traditional traveling salesmen would go to get their jollies away from their wife and kids was being zoned out of existence by the city because it was being redeveloped into a more respectable area. So the mob bosses who owned that, and it was all part of one family, started looking for another area they could move into, and they thought, River Key is popular, let's move in there, and let's move our strip clubs and hooker operations over there. And well, some people didn't like that and resisted, and this was what the part of it that I always found curious. In an era when the mafia was seeking a very low profile, why would you start a very public war that not only put a very private organization on everybody's radar and actually led to their downfall? If you've ever seen the movie Casino, a lot of that stuff that happened was actually true, and it started here in Kansas City with that war. But why would you do that? And also, I don't know. It didn't make sense. It doesn't add up to me. And there was a lot of people who were essentially trying to scare people away from the River Key, which they succeeded eventually. And I think that was the point. I think the point was the River Key was competing with too many other commercial entertainment type interests, and I don't know. The people who launched that whole operation and fanned it on, they really destroyed themselves in the end, and I don't understand why that happened. But who knows? It's just speculation. I've been told many times I'm wrong. It just doesn't add up in my head. And I think a lot of people in this city, doesn't add up to them either. So, anyways, on with my errands. Ooh, if I can get through whatever this is. Traffic jam. Oh, it's all being caused by buses trying to make this corner. There's a big tour bus. It's not like there's a tour bus and a city bus. But anyway, I'm curious about this place up here. I'm gonna have to try it someday, but I can't figure out the parking. It's called Busy Bee Cafe or something. I don't know. If I can get past this long red light, which apparently wasn't long enough to accommodate the buses trying to make the corner. Yeah, another thing that's interesting is Kansas City at one time had a lot of really high hopes and built these walkways, which are reminiscent of northern cities like Minneapolis and, you know, even Duluth and other places. They have walkways downtown that you can walk around in the wintertime without freezing your tuchus off. And yeah, and I think it's an official Minnesota term, tuchus. And there were a lot of places here. I mean, they built the town pavilion, Fat Bee Cafe, and boy, that place looks busy. Anyway, there were a lot of like Power and Light, not Power and Light, but town pavilion and everything. And it was built when, you know, Jones Store used to be downtown, and downtown shopping was still kind of a thing, but it was completely on the wane. But yeah, it was like, wow, look how busy it is. Jeez, a lot of people out and about on Saturday night, New Year's weekend. But yeah, so there's a lot of these walkways, and you can actually or you used to be able to walk around all the big shopping areas downtown without, you know, freezing your tuchus off. But now the walkways kind of go nowhere because a lot of the places shut down. You know, the town pavilion, downtown pavilion, or whatever you call it, was essentially a mall, and malls died hard. And Jones Store was part of Macy's, I believe, and Macy's shut that operation down. So I remember, you know, back in the 80s, you could still walk around downtown and go shopping, and, you know, and it was kind of a place you could go, but even then it was like, parking's kind of expensive, and if you don't park in the right places, your car will be broken into, and that's really what killed downtown. Wow, look at all the people. Jeez. Oops, I'm in the walkway. Let me try and get out. Didn't realize I was in the walkway. Jeez, look at all these people. Let me open the window a little so you know, Kansas City loves their lights. And we're all backed up behind the streetcar here. My voice will eventually come back, I hope. Yeah, there's something going on down here. Everybody's in the Power and Light District for celebrations, I guess, and kids carrying little red bags and stuff. There's something happening. Sorry, I'm not privy to it. Stop by another light. I see a lot of people wearing red. I wonder if it has something to do with the Chiefs. I think they're playing tomorrow. Something about a short week, and they have to win tomorrow in order to continue on. Although I think they've had a bad year this year, and I shouldn't be talking about this because I'm going to jinx them, but they had a bad year this year. Not as good a year as it's an okay year, but not as good as it's been in the past. And yet they're still in the playoffs, so they're barely scraping by. Right, Dong Dong? Let's see what's happening in the Power and Light, in the Crossroads Arts District. There's still art down here. You can still find it, you can still see galleries and stuff, but it's starting to evolve more into, I don't know, loft space, urban residential district. Not so much happening down here. It's not first Friday, it'd be like last Saturday. Right, Jim? What do you think, Jim Pup? Well, alright, I've been boorish long enough. On with my errands. So here's our errand. Wife's enemy. A lot of shops are still open. You go back to this antique store someday. No time for it today. This is like becoming Overland Park's gaming central, I think. It's got the Micro Center, which is Wife's Enemy, down at the end, and it's got these like cafes dedicated to gaming, and man, they're full. I wonder if they serve food, but I'm not so much into gaming, so I probably don't have much of a reason to go in there, but I don't know. Might try it, see if it's friendly to other walks of life, other lifestyles. Looks like the dinner theater is open tonight, doing business. New theater. And here we are, Wife's Enemy. I've given up on numbering them. I guess Wife's Enemy number 1 will always be Musician's Friend. And I guess this probably makes it Wife's Enemy number 2. Maybe third would be Best Buy, or I call it Worst Buy. I'm going to see if I can check on that too tonight. Alright, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. Well, they exchanged it. That's good for me and good on them. I'm very happy because I have enough junk around the house that I just kind of kept, took it on the chin, and it's just sitting around the house getting ready to be thrown away. It's just a waste of money, you know. And I always say, oh, I'll adapt it, I'll make it work, and it never happens. So I can, you know, if it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. I'm not going to even try to hope that there's some sort of adapter or jumper or whatever. And this one, it didn't work. So I'll try again some other day, you know, getting a kind of a dock. But I don't need it, really. I bought two different ones, and the other one that I got is pretty janky, but it works. So anyway, last stop for the night. So if anything, this would be Wife's Enemy number 3 now. 1 would be Musician's Friend or Wife's Enemy. I never go there anymore because they're online. They no longer exist as a store in the area. And then Wife's Enemy number 2 would be Micro Center, and then Wife's Enemy number 3 would be Worst Buy, I think. Me and my names. But anyway, I'm just here to look around. Ha ha ha, he says. not really in the market for anything for once. I mean, what I am in the market for, I have to kind of save up for. It's mostly to do with my live streaming activities. Well, anyway, here we are. We're picking up food we ordered. We're in this special hut.
My tongue goes like this.
Yum. What do you call this? And here's what we ordered. More on that later. Plus,
We already ate some.
yum. Home sweet home on this last day of the year. Woo. Prepping for tonight. We've got our round fruits. Our Filipino desserts. And Saya making dog food. And what else?
They're in the oven.
Oh. The victuals are in the oven, keeping warm. And I'm gonna go take a nap.
No.
Watch me.
Maybe it's okay as long as they can hold them.
Yeah,
I need to get.
as long as they can hold them.
Guests have arrived.
You want this barbecue?
Food.
Hold them, hold them.
They
You guys can,
Yum.
you guys can go ahead.
Yeah.
Woo! There's a parasite there. Woo! And he's trying.
That's lyrics.
New Year's in New York.
9, 8, 7,
I don't know what that countdown is doing. Oh, the ball is going down. Yay.
2, 1. 38, 37, 36, 35, 32.
You skipped one, Saya.
31, 37. Who cares? 39, 38, 37, 26, 25, 24.
That's a tiny hole.
22, 21.
It's not tiny, it's just small
18,
compared to everything else.
16, 17, I mean, yeah, that guy is like way 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Yay! It's still an hour to go here in Kansas City. Woohoo!
Yes! Alexa, play Shatter Me.
No. We're watching it on 2 channels. Setting up for picture.
Ah! I feel like this.
Picture.
See
Now
how
you gotta
they
do
feel?
that again.
Let's see.
It's not you, beer.
Yes, it's your
Yes,
beer.
it is. You're behind the times.
Huh.
All right.
Fireworks.
Let's
Is this
do
what we're
our
drinking?
toast. All right.
Woohoo!
Your wine is
Saya.
better than Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Good health,
I can't.
wealth, happiness,
First,
love,
before we drink it,
understanding. Hey, peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.
dummy.
Peace. Peace.
And just
Good health.
Okay,
Alright.
before we drink it, I'm going to say my New Year's resolution. Hey,
What is your New Year's resolution?
not to get distracted with this thing,
Mm-hmm.
which will not happen.
And no more sweets.
No! I'm not giving up.
Yes, no, you're giving up sweets.
Well, you're giving up bread.
You're not having any choice.